history. So if he can please tell me who he is and his background, so we can know who I'm debating with. Secondly, about proving imama from the Holy Quran. Holy is spelled H-O-L-I, brother. It's not holy, like as in whole, you know. So please correct that. And Dimashqiah, I would like Dimashqiah to introduce himself so I can know who I'm debating with. And then, yes, and his history and what he studied and what he does. And yes, so actually I know what he's doing and his history and all that. Thank you very much. The mic is yours before we begin. The mic is yours before we begin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We said before starting that we shouldn't talk about personal affairs. Then when you claim something that he was at University of Al-Azhar, this means that you do not know anything about Dimashqiah. Al-Azhar is a school in Lebanon, not that university you are talking about. I think this new information has come to you newly in the PM, so you are trying to escape the debate by talking about personal affairs. Can you debate your religion, please, and stop talking about personal things? Thank you anyway.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It doesn't matter. Let me introduce myself to him. Yes, I studied in Al-Azhar for 2 years when I was 12 years old. Then I studied in Imam Muhammad ibn Saud University for 4 years.
No. Okay, Dimashqiah is, sorry, Al-Azhar is in Egypt. It's the place Allah says Bukhari. We're not stupid. It's not in Lebanon. Okay, the mic is yours, Dimashqiah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're not on a position to investigate me. We're not in a court. I made myself clear. I studied in Al-Azhar in Lebanon. There's an institute close to Dar al-Fatwa. In a matter of fact, it's the same building. It's the back building of Dar al-Fatwa in Lebanon. See, this is because of your ignorance and the lack of knowledge you're getting, and you want to start this with it. That shows your. I'm sorry to say that you're starting negatively. You're claiming that you are a humanitarian person. Well, that's not humanitarian prospection. I studied in Al-Azhar Institute. It's not in Egypt, the one I'm talking about. Everyone knows. If you want, I can give you their telephone number. Okay? I'll give you their telephone number. If you have the right to ask, and we have the right to show you our proof. Okay? Let me give you the telephone number of Al-Azhar. Hold on a second. Okay, it is 009611787 Go there. Okay? Unless you're creating any kind of justification to ruin the debate, it seems that you're so chicken, you don't have the guts to debate with me. So now you're provoking. We wanted to have a very calm and respectful kind of debate. It seems you're playing games now. Yeah, you're playing games. Okay, so I studied in Al-Azhar for 2 years. Then I studied in Imam Muhammad ibn Saud University for 4 years. Then I got my master degree, which the topic was about Sufi cults. Then I got my PhD in the United States, Islamic Studies, and the significance of Islamic doctrine. All right? Oh, sorry. That was before. Then afterwards, I changed my research, and we decided to make it about the Shia, collecting all the doubts of the Shia and refuting them in a book named as استدلال الشيعة بالسنة النبوية في ميزان النقد العلمي. Okay, so that's my biography. Do you want to start the debate now? Mic is yours. And next time, don't tell me we're talking about Al-Azhar in Egypt. That shows the lack of knowledge that you are picking from here and there. Be careful. Take the mic and let the debate be intellectual. Okay, don't be like Sayyid Muhammad, that stupid guy who was writing the name of Umar and Abu Bakr on his shoes, being ignorant, stupid, that the name of Abu Bakr and Umar are the two names of the sons of Ali. The two sons of Ali. He was writing the names of the sons of Ali on his shoe. Stupid. Now, you want the debate? You want the debate? Let's begin with the debate. Yalla, mic is yours.
Good morning. And to remind that Tawhidi, you was crying to start the debate. And when I told you, get the mic for starting the debate, first thing you told me, now tell me about Dimashqiah. Okay? You should do this before the debate started. But you making around, okay? And you confuse people. People say, we were not fair with you. In fact, you confuse everyone, okay? So please focus. Okay, he is Muslim. Is this very clear to you? Okay, we are Muslims. Okay? We are Muslims. Don't ask where we started and this is stuff and this is stuff. Keep it beside, we are Muslim. You now debate with the Muslims. Is this very clear to you? Okay? Okay, is this very clear to you? Please, no walking around. No walking around. Be straight, be clear. Okay, Tawhidi? Okay? Let's start. I hope you're not asking me where you started Umar. Okay? Because if you know it, you will afraid. Mike, inshallah, for you, Tawhidi, please go ahead on the topic. The topic is Imama, your source is the Quran. Okay? Mike, for you.
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Anyway, let's just go on to the main point. Can I please get a one? Okay. First of all, I think there's a problem because you guys are not understanding where Imam actually came from. Imama was there before the actual Imama of Ali ibn Abi Talib took place. It was actually there in the Holy Quran. Now, I will actually go to the Holy Quran and give you addresses to verses of the Holy Quran where Imama actually has been explained and proven, and actually all the way before Ali ibn Abi Talib came and took place, or basically, with what we believe took place. If the brothers and sisters can open up the Holy Quran and see Surah Al-Anbiya, the chapter of the prophets, verse 73, and ayah 73, and it says, قوله تعالى وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا, and we have made them imams, guiding people on our mission. Okay? This basically says, and we have made them imams, exactly what Sayyid Ali just pasted, and we have made them leaders, guiding men by our commands, and we sent them inspiration, to do good deeds and so on. And basically our mission, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, is that we have made them imams for this mission, made them leaders for this mission. And when we look at the mission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we see that the mission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is conveying the mission of Muhammad, and that is basically Islam. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم, this religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was meant to be the Quran. And when the Holy Quran has stuff like that saying, يهدون بأمرنا, guiding people on our mission, this basically tells us that there are imams, that there is a possibility, at least there is a possibility that imams will take place and guide the people. Now, this is one thing. The verse clearly did not mention any prophets or anbiya. أئمة يهدون بأمرنا. This is Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter of the Prophets, verse 73. If we go on to Surah Al-Sajdah, verse 24, we will find that يهدون بأمرنا لمن صبر. So basically, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assures that once again in Surah Al-Sajdah. So there we have two verses assuring that Imams actually exist. Now, even before the Imam of Imam Ali took place, which is the main conflict between me and you, is that you believe in the Khilafah, and we believe in the Imamah after the Prophet. After prophecy, we believe in Imamah. Now, when we believe in Imamah, we have it from the Holy Quran. And the thing is, it's what is after the prophethood? Is it Khilaf or Imamah? And we have it very clear that Imamah is mentioned in the Holy Quran. Now, if we go on to the verse of Surah Al-Qasas, then in Surah Al-Qasas, verse 5, and it says, وَنُرِيدُ أَن نَمُنَّ عَلَى الَّذِينَ اسْتُضْعِفُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَنَجْعَلَهُمْ أَئِمَّةً وَنَجْعَلَهُمُ الْوَارِثُونَ. So basically it states that we want to actually make these people that were, tortured. Now, how would I say, torture isn't really restricted to, how would I say this, restricted to being hit or being put in jail. No. If someone takes someone's right away, and we see that the family of the Prophet had their right taken away. Now, it's very clear, it's very, very clear in the Holy Quran that it says those people that were Mazlumeen, they will actually be people who are elevated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And obviously given a position, a status, higher than the normal people, because basically it says, leaders on earth. Now, it's very clear. Okay, for now, I think I'll just say that for now, that Imamah actually is in the Holy Quran. It actually does take place in the Holy Quran. So, actually, does anybody have anything they want to add from the Shia? Do my brothers want to add anything on what I said? Okay, Sayyid Ali, the mic is yours. Sayyid Ali, the mic is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you give me a 1 if you can hear me on the mic, inshallah? Can you just give me a 1 if you can hear me fine? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Okay, I've just been booted out of the room and I'll come back into the room, inshallah.
Wasting the time. Assalamu alaikum. Is it my turn? Is it my turn now? Well, you finished your speech, and you're giving other people's turn. I don't know. You couldn't think. Well, I'll suggest spare your time. Okay, spare your time. Okay. Until I finish. Shall we start now? Shall I start? Shall I start now? I'll start now. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. When we ever talk about an imam, the imam is supposed to be leading the people, raising the banner of Islam, okay, ruling them by the book of Allah and the sunnah of His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now there is no imam for the Shia, as you know, as this. There's no imam. They will tell you that you must believe in our imam. So when I believe in their imam, they're going to say to me, he's hidden, he's not available. Okay, it is irrational. It is against the convention of all the whole world. There is no country in the world that will ever say to someone, okay, hide away from us and lead us. No way. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I thought when he started to cite verses from the Quran that he's going to bring something definite. Whenever you say that I have a proof from the Quran, you have to bring something definite. This is what Christians do. When they want to prove that Jesus is their Lord and Savior, okay, they keep bringing ambiguous texts from the Old Testament. And they will tell you we have 25,000 evidences from the Old Testament, yet they don't bring even one clear cut, like this, evidence from the Old Testament. And that's what our beloved, our respected fellow today did. He did not bring any definite. Okay, he said, he brought a verse where Allah said that we made them. He was talking, first verse, he was talking about the prophets. We made them imams. The second verse, he was from a sajda. Allah was not talking about the prophets. He was talking about the people of Israel. That's why he said, we made among them imams. So, which means that all prophets are leaders for guidance. And he picked the word leaders, and he ignored the next word, guiding. So the verse is talking about guiding leaders of guidance, not leaders for ruling necessarily. Okay? So see how he's playing games with the text, with the verses. First, the verses he brought are not clear for his topic, And it suits even Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, because Allah also made Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman leaders whom Ali gave bay'ah. You can't say no. So the verse you cited can fit and suit Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. So what did you do? You did nothing. And you said, you said al-warithin. No, sorry, you don't know how to read the Quran. It's al-warithun. Sorry, al-warithin, not al-warithun. Sorry, the opposite. Okay? And also you said liman sabaru. No, lamma sabaru. You don't know how to read? Yes, I will excuse you that Arabic is not your mother tongue. But since you are coming to a topic, at least you have to know how to read the verses before you cite the verses. That's the first point. So as a result, you did not bring any clear-cut proof, nothing. What you brought can suit Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and even Muawiyah, whom Al-Hasan gave bay'ah. He gave up his leadership and he gave it to Muawiyah. So it can suit also Muawiyah. Yes, it can suit Ali also, no problem. Okay, but it will suit before Ali, Abu Bakr, whom Ali gave bay'ah, Umar and Uthman. You said something that imama is different from khilafah. Is that what I understood from you? If imama is different than khilafah, please type 1 for me. If they both give the same meaning, give me number 2. I want to make clear before I say something, I have to make sure whether you said it. Did you say that imama? Okay, Brother Tawhidi, who is my honored guest today, and I'm happy to be with him, and I want the atmosphere between me and him to be a good atmosphere. Okay, he said that they are different. No, from your book I can prove to you that they are the same. Al-Rida said, Al-Imamatu Khilafatullah wa Khilafatu Rasulih, written in Al-Kafi, first volume, page 198, Bihar al-Anwar, volume 12, page 66, and volume 23, page 70, and volume 25, page 120. Okay? And also, when they invited Ali to be the Imam after the death of Uthman, he said, والله ما كانت لي في الخلافة رغبة ولا في الولاية إربة. Wilaya means imama. Okay? Wilaya means imama. So he made Khilafah and Imama the same in the book Nahj al-Balagha, page 322, and Al-Amali, page 732, and Bihar al-Anwar, volume 32, page 30. Now, so Alhamdulillah, the last point is, you said that Allah made them leaders after they were tortured, they were persecuted. لما ظلموا. Okay. The topic is, okay. I say, you are wrongdoers, أنتم ظالمون, because Allah quoted Luqman saying to his son, يا بني لا تشرك بالله, O my son, do not associate partners with Allah. إن الشرك لظلم عظيم. Shirk is a great oppression. Shirk is the greatest wrongdoing. And you are falling in this wrongdoing. You're saying, oh Ali, help me. Where's he? He's dead. Oh Fatima, help me. Where's she? She's dead. Oh Hussein, help me. Where is he? He's dead. Okay? But our problem with the Shia is not only the matter of Imama. No. Whether, I mean, the way of selecting the Imam. No. That's not the problem. The real problem also with them is this. They don't only believe that Ali has a right more than Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and anyone to be the leader. No, it's not the only problem. The problem is that they believe that the Imams are better than the Prophets. They're even better than Al-Masih, Musa, Nuh, Ibrahim. They are better than Ibrahim. This is a problem. This is a problem. Why? Because those are the most honor given to them in the Quran. No one should be better than them, especially the 5 highest ranked prophets among all messengers. And I mean by that, Ibrahim, Nuh, Musa, Isa, and Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Okay? So, this is a problem. No one should be preferred over the prophets of Allah. Our problem with this kind of imama, the Shia believe in, they believe that they are sinless. They never make any mistake. They know the unseen. And they have 10 characteristics. And one of those significant characteristics is that their shit, sorry to say that, their dung is exactly like the musk, M-U-S-K, the musk. What they excrete is just like the musk. If they fart, their fart is better than the smell of the musk or the perfume. This is what they believe in the Imams. They don't only believe the Imams that they have more right to be the leaders. No, this is they believe in them. And their word is the same word of Allah. If the Imam spoke, it is similar as if Allah had spoken. The Imam is the Quran itself. That's what they believe. They quoted Allah saying in Surah Al-A'raf, وَاتَّبِعُوا النُّورَ الَّذِي أُنزِلَ مَعَهُ, and follow the light that has been descended with him. That means with the Prophet. They said the Nur is Ali and the Imams. They also believe that Allah created the whole world for them. Hashim al-Bahrani said in his book, Al-Burhan, he said, due to the narrations we have, the leadership, the imamah, the wilayah is the reason why Allah created the universe. Muqaddimat al-Burhan, page 19. They believe that they are the names and the attributes of Allah. They believe that they have control even over the atoms of the whole universe. And the reality proved the opposite. They say that they were tortured, they were hiding, and the last one of them was hiding away since 1,400 years. So what is that control over the universe? Who wants the mic? Is my time finished? My time is done? Is my time terminated? My time is over. Thank you very much. Mic is yours.
Okay. Can I please get one? Hold on a second. Okay, is it better now? Hello? Okay. Listen, this is to Brother Omar Khattab, the owner of the room. Omar Khattab. On top it says Omar Khattab is the owner of the room. This is outside of the debate. I want to speak to Omar Khattab. Why did you say the debate was only from the Quran? Why did you say from the Holy Quran? And why is it that this brother, Muslim night, respect yourself, okay? We're here debating. Why are you saying stop crying? Am I crying? I'm telling you that you made the rules and you're very strict and you said we will not jump topics. The brother used a hadith from a river. You know, why did he use from a river and he is from what do you call it? From other sources. Why? Didn't you say just the Quran? Didn't you say al-Faisal bainana huwa al-Quran? Didn't you say that? Why is it that he used the thing? This is not a debate. You make rules and then you break them. Secondly, you said you will stay on the topic. This guy, I listed down what he went through. He went through bay'ah. He went through shirk. He went through tawassul. He went through not only imamah. He went through also applies to Umar. He went through infallibility. He went through smell of the mosque. He went through wilayah from Umar. He went through light and descended. You know, and he went. The Shiah say they also believe in Ali and Ali. Why? Why can't you answer me? Why can't you answer me my question? When I told you, the verse says, وَنُرِيدُ أَنَّ مُنَّ, we want to, which means for the future as well. The future also applies. Why is it that you say it was only set down on Bani Israel? Where does it say? Where does it say in the Holy Quran that it only set down on Israel? First you have to run. Run. You run. You don't need to start crying to open the mic. The Shaykh already refuted your feet from A to Z. He took you from the Quran, from your hadiths. So run, better you run. Stop crying and just run. And that's all. You just need to run. We know that you want to run. We understand that you've been refuted and you want to run. He wants to run, يا شيخ. ما خلص انت. I don't see you are even qualified even to talk to Shaykh Dimashqiah. Personally, I don't even give you a conviction to talk to him. Finish. You first need to go to school to learn Quran. Finish first. You have to learn how to read Quran first. If you do not read the Quran and you come to debate with Quran, then that's fine. First, go and read Quran. Learn how to read the Quran first. That's all. You want to run, go run. He's running. He's just with the cry. The mind straight.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You called me Guy. I'm not going to call you Guy. I'm going to call you respected fellow. I'm going to call you respected fellow. I'm not going to call you Guy. Despite I'm older than you. You said you were born in 1990. I was born in 1957. I'm like just the age of your father. At least you should be giving me respect. Okay? No. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you why. First I ask you. You said it yourself. You said that there's a difference between Imam and Khilafah, and I have to answer this. I have to answer this. I answered you from your imams. I hope you're not upset with what Arida said. He said al-imama is the khilafah. Okay, I answered what you claimed. Then why did you say that the imama is different than khilafah? Why? Why did you bring the topic then? Okay. Secondly, I have given those details to prove that our problem with you is not only the matter of selecting the imam. You have horrible beliefs in the imam. Horrible beliefs. You believe that the imams are the names and attributes of Allah. نحن والله الأسماء الحسنى. We swear, the imam saying, you quoted the imam saying, we swear that we are the names and attributes of Allah. Okay? So I refuted you firstly. I said you did not bring any definite proof. See, you know the meaning of definite? Definite means no one can speak against what you said. For example, if Allah said, as what Allah said to Dawood, He said, "Inna ja'alnaka khalifatan fil ard." We made you a khalifa on the land. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. So rule between people. See how clear is this? If Allah said in the Quran something similar about Ahlul Bayt, He said, "O family of the Prophet, we made you the Khalifa after the Prophet." Khalas. This is definite text. But you did not bring anything. I told you that you brought ambiguous verses that can suit even Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. That's what I told you. So from the beginning, from the first moment I took the mic, I disproved you. I proved you wrong. Okay? Mic is yours now. Thank you very much. Tawhidi, brother Tawhidi. I thank you very much for your discussion with me. I wish that we can have another discussion based on rationalism, based on intellectual evidences. Don't shout. This kind of shouting will not benefit you. Okay? You have been stunned. Please, if you have any evidence, bring your evidence. Okay, forget about anything. Bring me a clear-cut verse from the Quran proving that Ahlul Bayt, the family of the Prophet, Ali and his sons, they are more worthy to be the Khalifa after the Prophet. Bring me something clear from the Quran. Don't bring me verses talking about the Prophets. Okay, don't bring me a verse talking about Bani Israel. Give me a verse that talks directly, absolutely, clearly about the sons of the Prophet Muhammad through his daughter Fatima to be more deserving in being the leaders of the Ummah. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And when you speak, don't cry, don't be very angry, okay? Especially when you ask about something, okay? And you're supposed to be answered for it, okay? How could you answer him about something, not for something strange? You need answer for it. And he answered you, okay? Is the voice clear? Is the voice clear to everyone? And this, what is this Sayyid Ali? Okay? No coward here, ya Majusi. Okay? Only the Majusi who used to be cowards. Okay? And the people right. When you speak with the Dimashqiah, you need to be polite. Ya Sayyid Ali. Huh? To need to be polite. Okay? And here, I'm telling you, Shia, the owner of the room is the Dimashqiah. Is this a problem with you? Okay? He is my owner. He is the owner of the room. Do you have a problem? He is allowed to do anything he wanna. Okay? My brother Dimashqiah, should I give him mic?
Yes.
You insulted me in the BM. Listen. This is what the Shia do. Listen to what the Shia. Well, if you want a mic, I give you a mic for 1 hour, not 20 minutes. But in shukr, thank you for the insult. Let me show the Shia what he insulted me. He insults. See? He insults. See? This is the Shia. This is your Shia friends. They also insult. Okay? They also insult. Okay? Mic for Asad, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Then give this to Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, Sheikh Dimashqiah and Brother Tawheed. Sheikh Dimashqiah, brother Tawheed said that he is restricted to the Holy Quran only. He will ignore anything or anything you mention from his credit or dependable books. So he doesn't approve this. He doesn't want to talk about his books. He just only wants to be restricted to the Holy Quran. So, brother Tawheed, please calm down and say to Dimashqiah that you do not agree to debate anything from our Shia books, just only from the Holy Quran. My point is that you said, brother Tawheed, that you can prove the Imam from the Holy Quran with frank quote that you believe in Imam from the Holy Quran. This is the topic.
Said that those are Mu'tazila. Shia said that those are Mu'tazila. Ibn Abi al-Hadid is Mu'tazili. No, he is Shiite. And I'll prove to you that he is Shiite. Hold on a second. Yes, hold on a second, please. Al-Khunsari said, هو عز الدين عبد الحميد ابن أبي الحسن ابن أبي الحديد المدائني, the author of شرح نهج البلاغة. He is one of the high honored followers متتبعين, that means this madhab, وأعاظم النبلاء المتبحرين مواليا لأهل بيت العصمة والطهارة. He was موالي, given loyalty to أهل البيت. وحسب الدلالة على علو منزلته في الدين, it is sufficiently, can be proven, the sufficient evidence for his high loyalty of religion, وغلوه في ولاية أمير المؤمنين, and also his extreme belief in Ali رضي الله عنه, that he wrote his book شرح نهج البلاغة for the minister, the Shiite minister مؤيد الدين محمد بن العلقمي, ولما فرغ من تصنيفه أنفذه على يد أخيه موفق الدين أبي المعالي, فبعث له 100 دينار وخلعه وخلعة ثنية وفرسا. This was written by Al-Khunsari, who believed that Ibn Abi al-Hadid has a high loyalty for the madhab of Ahl al-Bayt, and he wrote that book. He wrote this book specially to Ibn al-Alqami. Ibn al-Alqami is a great criminal who killed 500 Sunni people in one time. He threw the wall over them when they were in custody in the jail, and he killed them all, 500 people. Okay, so this one, Ibn Abi al-Hadid was writing the book specially to the Shia guy, and this was written in Rawdat al-Jannat and in Al-Kina wal-Alqab lil-Qummi. And Agha Buzurg al-Tahrani, who is the author of the book called Al-Zari'ah, giving the biography of every Shiite scholar and author, he included Ibn Abi al-Hadid to be one of the Shia authors, one of the Shia writers. Okay, so don't tell me he's Mu'tazili. Look, you are following the Mu'tazili. You are, in a matter of fact, Mu'tazila. You believe in the five essences of the Shia, of I'tizal: التوحيد, العدل, المنزلة بين المنزلتين, etc. You are Mu'tazila yourself. You are Mu'tazila. Subhanallah al-Azim. And you're saying that he is Mu'tazili but not Shia. That's the first point. The other point is, you said to me, prove to me that it was Az-Zuhri, not Aisha. I'll tell you. This had been discussed by Fath al-Bari for Ibn Hajar, 7th volume, page 195. And Al-Bayhaqi, he brought the narration. He said, Al-Bayhaqi said that Bukhari narrated this narration from two ways, عن معمر, and Muslim narrated it from Ishaq ibn Rahawayh, from Abdul Razzaq, and he said it was Az-Zuhri who mentioned the delaying of Ali, the retarding of Ali from giving bay'ah to Abu Bakr until Fatima radiallahu anha died. Okay? And Az-Zuhri was asked. Az-Zuhri was asked, did he give him bay'ah? He said no. Neither Ali nor anyone until Fatima died. Okay? This narration is narrated by Abu Awana and Musannaf Abdul Razzaq and Tarikh al-Tabari by Abdul Razzaq bin Hammam. Okay? And al-Bukhari, just a second. Yes. So anyway, this proves that Az-Zuhri himself was asked, did Ali give him bay'ah? He said no, but after 6 months. Okay? So it was Az-Zuhri who said it. But the other narration that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr right after the Prophet's death, after 1 or 2 days, it is authentic, narrated by Al-Bayhaqi in his Sunan, 8th volume, page 143, and Al-Mustadrak for Al-Hakim, 3rd volume, page 80. And Muslim himself was asked about this hadith. He said it is very valuable hadith. It is very valuable hadith. And I said to you, let's say it was Aisha who said it. Okay? Let's say for the sake of argument, Aisha said it. There's no contradiction here. And I said to you, this is what Al-Hafiz ibn Hajar said, that this second bay'ah came as a confirmation for the first one, to prove that there is nothing wrong between Ali and Abu Bakr. It was a second one. Look, we have 2 authentic narrations. One is that he gave bay'ah. The other one is denying. It is very easy to say that the one who denied, he denied due to his lack and limited knowledge. The other trustworthy person has more knowledge. So we cannot confine ourselves to the denial of Aisha. I made it clear. But I'm sorry to say you're not ready. You're not ready to deal with me intellectually. I'm sorry to say that. Look, someone said, for example, I give it very simply to you. Okay? I say to you, did you see your friend today at work? You said to me, no, I didn't. Someone else came and he's trustworthy to you. He said, no, but I saw him at work. Will you be confining yourself to the first claimer, or you will be denying what the first claimer said because the other one is trustworthy? The one who says, just a second. Yeah. If we have two trustworthy people, one denied and the other one confirmed, you can't, it's irrational. It is illogic to say, I will confine myself to the one who denied. No, this is contradiction. This is not an intellectual way of dealing with the facts. You are not, in a matter of fact, I'm sorry to say, you're not in dealing intellectually. It's only emotional. I'm sorry, this is against the way of seeking the knowledge. Okay? This is not intellectual. If someone denied and he's trustworthy, we cannot limit ourselves to his denial, having proved from another trustworthy that yes, this man did. You can't confine yourself to the one who said didn't. He didn't. No, because you have additional proof. You have additional proof from someone who is trustworthy. I made myself very clear to you, but you don't. You're taking it emotional. Okay. I'll ask you this question, and you take the mic after me. Okay. Your father is trustworthy, and your mother is trustworthy. Okay. You have a brother called Ali. You ask your mother, did Ali come today? Did Ali go to school? Or no. Did Ali come today from school? Your mother said no. Then you ask your father, did Ali come from school? Your father said yes, and he's in his room. Okay? So who are you going to believe now? Are you going to say to your mother, are you going to say to your father, no, I don't believe you, I'm going to believe my mother only? Your father has additional knowledge. Your father has additional knowledge. So you must go to the one who has more additional knowledge. That's what I said. Okay? Refute me now if you want. Now you refute me. So you ask why Ali gave bay'ah after 6 months. I would say, first, you don't believe, you Shiites, you don't believe that Ali gave bay'ah after 6 months. It's not in your books. But you want to believe it. Despite it's not in your books that he gave bay'ah after 6 months. In your books that he gave bay'ah. That's in your books. Okay? And if you want to deny it, I can bring you from Nahj al-Balagha that Ali first, he held his hand. Look. He said, فما راعني إلا انسيال الناس عن فلان يبايعونه فأمسكت يدي حتى رأيت راجعة الناس قد رجعت عن الإسلام يدعون إلى محق دين محمد صلى الله عليه وآله فخشيت إن لم أنصر الإسلام وأهله أن أرى فيه فلما أو هدما تكون المصيبة به علي أعظم من فوت ولايتكم التي إنما هي متاع أيام قلائل يزول منها ما كان كما يزول السراب أو كما يتقشع السحاب فنهضت. He said, I was afraid that if I don't support Islam and its people, there will be a gap that the enemies of Islam will be misusing. So, first I held my hand. Secondly, then I went in these events. Then I was I don't know how to say that. يعني the religion was settled. When I joined this person, first I held my hand. That means secondly, he gave his hand and he supported. First, he was reluctant to support. Secondly, he decided to support. It doesn't tell after 6 months. No, that's not in your book. But in Nahj al-Balagha, it's very obvious that firstly, he was about to hold his hand from giving bay'ah to Abu Bakr. Then he changed his mind. And regarding to the book, أصل الشيعة وأصولها, for Ja'far, Muhammad Ja'far al-Kashif al-Ghita, in his book, which he wrote to show the doctrine that unanimously agreed among all the Shia, he mentioned in his book, page 92, that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr after seeing him and Ali being very supportive to Islam, and Islam became very high in victory. That is why he decided to give bay'ah to them. So he mentioned that, he wrote that in his book, which is unanimously accorded by all Shia, that this is our doctrine. So Ali gave bay'ah according to your books. Okay? Ali gave bay'ah according to your books. Also, if you want me to give you more proof from your books, I can give you more books from your own books. Okay? That Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr, Al-Hasan gave bay'ah to Muawiyah. Okay? Forget about the issue of Al-Hasan with Muawiyah. But this is what I can prove to you. If in your books proven that Ali gave bay'ah, come on, stop the argument about that. Stop the argument. Let's talk about something really very constructive. Stop bringing issues about did he give bay'ah or not. Come on, people, reach the moon. The kuffar are eating this ummah from many sides. Let this Mahdi, if you want to be constructive, tell this Mahdi to go up. We're going to give him bay'ah. Let him go up. Let him show that he is the leader of the Muslims. And stop arguing about whether Ali gave bay'ah or not. Come on, even your books prove that Ali gave bay'ah. What do you want? What else you want? You just want to waste our time? Subhanallah al-Azim. Take the mic.
Dimashqi, let me just point out something to you. While you were actually replying, my internet disconnected, so I was unable to completely hear your reply. And in all fairness, I did catch the last part of your arguments where you've quoted several Shia sources where apparently Imam Ali alayhi salam gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr. Now, my question to you is very simple here. If this fact was true in any way, okay, if this fact is true in any way, show me a single battle. Show me battles where Imam... Yeah, and can you do me a favor? Can you undot Abu Fatima Londoni? Somebody's dotted my colleague, Abu Fatima Londoni. So, yeah, so can somebody dot him, undot him? Yeah, well, if somebody's not going to undot him, then to be honest with you, I don't really want to carry this conversation any further because he's a good colleague of mine, and I apologize on his behalf if he has said something. But you have my words. He's not going to say something again. So everyone deserves a second chance, so to say. Many of the Khalifa gave a second chance when they became Muslims. So anyway.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And salam for two fellows and huda, inshallah, the guidance of Allah. Why you put your nose in our business? Huh? Why you put your nose in our business? Okay? Yes, insulted, but be just. What you want, Abu Fatma, he insulted him. Okay, he insulted Dr. Zenga. And when I found it insult, I will put him. Okay, also Dr. Zenga, which was thank brother.
Sayyid Ali is saying that Allah, when he said, وَمِن كُلٍّ تَأْكُلُونَ لَحْمًا طَرِيًّا, from every sea you eat fresh meat, he did not talk about the fish. I don't know. Was he talking about the elephant? Was he talking about the lion? What was he talking about? He's talking about everything, every meat you find inside the sea. Every meat you find inside the sea. I don't know, unless you find maybe he meant elephants or eagles. I don't know. Or crow. I don't know. If the whale is not meant, if the Solomon fish is not meant, what did Allah mean by that? Elephants or insects? Or maybe kangaroo? Maybe Brother Tawhidi is from Australia. Maybe Allah was talking about kangaroo animals in the sea. What's the matter with you, Sayyid Ali? Oh, now we're talking about the lizard. No, the lizard is not insect. It's meat. It has meat. It's a small meat animal, small one, very tiny, small one. And there is big lizard, which is also meat. Those big lizards. Okay. Crocodile. It looks like lizard. Is it meat or not? Or insect? I wonder. I mean, I don't have hair now, but if I had hair, I would be grabbing my hair for what I hear. That the crocodile is not animal, the whale is not animal. Subhanallah al-Azim. The crocodile is bacteria. Maybe. Subhanallah, you're opposing the Quran. The Quran described everything in the sea. Everything. The salty sea and the soft sea. From both you can eat fresh meat. What is the fresh meat? Tell me. Okay, tell me, please. What is the fresh meat? Huh? What is the fresh meat? Give me this. The Quran mentioned in general the fresh meat. Can you tell me? Can you give me fresh meat in the sea, which is not fish? Give me. Wallahi, if a Christian will hear that, if a Christian will hear this, he'll be taking 2 pills of aspirin. Yeah, take the mic. Yalla.
Okay, Dimashqi, I don't understand your point about fish, okay? Because you want to discuss fadl, right? You want to discuss the issue of inheritance.
If you don't understand my topic about the fish meat, at least you should understand what Allah said in 2 verses. Allah said that what's in the sea, anything, it's halal for you to eat from the sea. Okay? And from the sea you will find fresh meat. You were supposed to be giving me the answer of this. Can you tell me? Can you define to me? Can you diagnose? Can you specify to me what is meant by the fresh meat inside the sea, which is something other than the fish? Please. If you don't understand my topic, how did I bring the topic about the fish? It was relevant because not everything Allah mentioned in general. If we should be taken everything mentioned in general, unless we find some exemption mentioned in the Sunnah. Look, you agreed with me. You said it's not haram. The dead fish is not haram. It's makruh. That means you agreed with me. In every statement you give, you're giving contradiction. You're contradicting yourself. Finish. How can I deal with you? Finish. You're stunned. I don't know, wallahi. Maybe he's talking about this beautiful woman lady in the sea, which has half tail and half human body. Maybe, I don't know what you call that, Cinderella or something. Arus al-Bahr, the lady of the sea. I don't know. Really, I need to take some pills tonight. Yeah, her mermaid. I need to take 2 pills tonight because, my mind was mixed up. Finish. I can't concentrate anymore. After hearing someone saying that the fish is not meat. Allah said in 2 verses that anything is in the sea, you can eat, you can take from the sea fresh meat. And we have Brother Sayyid today saying to us that yes, you can eat the fresh meat from the sea, but not the fish, because fish is not fresh meat. You're still running away from answering. How can I waste my time with you? I give you the mic to give an answer. You don't want to give an answer. You're not ready to deal with the Quran because you are cultist. You're dealing with the madhab. In a matter of fact, your task, as we see it always, is to twist the verses of the Quran to become suitable, to become, in harmony with your madhab. This is not the right way. The good Muslim, the real Muslim, is the one who comply to the verses, not to bring the verses to comply to his madhab. Wassalamu alaikum, and that's all.
To be honest with you, I find them quite annoying. So unless, I think it's probably best if we can drop a couple of hands, and then if people want to ask questions later on, by all means ask questions. Now, Dimashqiah, my question to you, the topic was initially proving imamah from the Holy Quran, and obviously we've completely drifted away from that. So if you want to, I need to be clear on what we're actually discussing. What are we discussing at the moment? Are we discussing the topic of bay'ah? Because if we're discussing the topic of bay'ah, then I would like to ask you a simple question. Can you tell me the names of battles where Imam Ali participated in during the life of Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman? That's my first question. And if there's another topic of imamah, can you show me from the Holy Quran where imamat is being appointed by people amongst themselves? Okay, where there's a clear-cut verse where imam has been appointed by people. I do not want the verse of Shura, because this is not relevant here. I want a clear-cut verse where Allah says in the Holy Quran, where, okay, so now you want to discuss which hadith, so you've totally avoided my 2 points, so now what is it you want to discuss, sorry? Can you just post it on the wall? Refer me about Fatima, on which issue? On which issue you want to discuss? Because I explained to you before, I was disconnected, so I was unable to. Okay, so basically you want to discuss the issue of Fadak. Okay, fine, inshallah. Okay, because the Quran is our first point of reference, can you show me from the Holy Quran where prophets did not inherit? Okay, anyway, I just keep getting these PMs. I'd appreciate it if people stop PMing me, because it's quite distracting. And what normally happens is when I get a PM, I normally end up getting kicked out of the room, and then obviously, we have some people that get excited, think I've actually run up.
Said Ali, don't waste your time, please. This is something between you and people. You can simply put yourself on the mode of don't disturb. Khalas. No one is going to disturb you. Please, don't waste the time, please. Sorry for red dotting you. I'll remove. Please, admin, remove the red dot from him. Please remove it. This is not subject that you have to waste your time with me. If you have somebody bothering you, many letters, please just put yourself on the don't disturb matter mode, and that's all. Please. Your question now. Please take it. First question is, okay, prove to me from the Quran regarding the matter of, I'm going to prove it to you. About the matter of inheritance from the Quran, I'm going to prove it to you. Okay? What else? Shall I give you the mic again? Sorry for cutting you, but that I have nothing to do with your personal messaging. I have nothing to do with it. Okay, reply, please. Mic is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I've actually put myself on do not disturb now, so hopefully, inshallah, I won't get any disturbance. Okay, so obviously we're going to discuss the topic of fadl. So my question to you in Surah Nisa verse 7, Allah quite clearly states, from what is left by parents and those nearest related, there is a share for men and a share for women, whether the property be small or large at a determined share. Now my question to you is, the Holy Prophet, may peace and blessings be upon him, is quite clearly the parent of Sayyidah Fatima, and this verse quite clearly states that parents, their children will inherit from them. Now, can you come on the mic and explain to me what is this verse and what is the context of this? Mic is 3.
Okay. Firstly, the answer of that the Quran has generalization. Okay, in general, okay, the son should inherit his father. The daughter should be inheriting her parents. This is in general. But the Prophet made something exceptional here. Then there's an exceptional case. It's only confined to the prophets. The prophets are not inherited. And in a matter of fact, this can be used against the Christians to prove the reliability and the honesty of the Prophet ﷺ, that he is not after lively property. He's not after lively objective. Because he's saying simply, I don't leave for my family anything to be inherited. What people should inherit from me only is knowledge. And this money that I leave is for all Muslims. Okay? But reply to the verse. I'm saying to you, the verse is usually applied for anyone except for the prophets. What is the evidence? The evidence is what we find in our books narrated authentically and in your books. Okay? And in your books. For example, I'll give you an evidence. No, wait, I did not finish. Is it allowed to eat the dead fish or not? You tell me. Is it allowed if you find a dead fish in the sea? Do you eat it or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, don't say forget fish. No, you know that you're falling now. Tell me, if you find a dead fish, do you eat it or not? Are dead fish allowed to be eaten? Oh. Aha. So eating a dead fish is not allowed in your madhab? Is that what you're telling me? I'm asking you, is dead fish allowed to be eaten or not? You wouldn't? No, that's not my question. My question is, in your madhab, is it allowed or not? Is it haram or halal? Your books say you cannot, but anyway. Okay, you did not answer. Okay, I'll answer you. I'll answer you. Samak is allowed. It's makruh. Oh, you said it's makruh, so it's halal. But Allah is saying in the Quran that the dead meat is haram. How can you say it's makruh? How can you, when you say it's makruh, that means it's halal, but makruh. No. Makruh means it's not preferred, but it's allowed. The question, is it allowed or not? Is it allowed or not? Your scholar said it's allowed. Your scholar says, and you said it's allowed. Since you say it's makruh, that means it's allowed. Subhanallah. Okay. So why do you say it's allowed while the Quran said it is haram to eat the dead meat? Can you tell me? Because you have considered this to be exceptional. Exactly. So why? Because in the hadith in your books, okay, it is allowed to be eaten. It's an exceptional. So we say also the same thing. The exception of the prophets, it is different than from anyone else. Usually, the daughter should be inheriting her father, except for this matter of the prophets. The prophets should not be inherited. Okay? I'll give you another example. In your books, the woman in your Al-Kafi, the book Al-Kafi, they should not be inheriting real estate, aqar. And Fadak is one of the aqar. Isn't it in your book Al-Kafi? I'm going to bring it to you. That woman should inherit nothing from the real estate, al-aqar. Nothing. Just a second. I'll bring it to you from your books. Hold on a second. La ilaha illallah. Hold on a second, please. La ilaha illallah. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second, please. Bab, this is the title in Al-Kafi. Bab أن النساء لا يرثن شيئا من العقار. This is a chapter. The chapter was titled like this in the most authentic Shia book. Women are not allowed to inherit anything from aqar, from real estate. Narrated by Abi Ja'far, the father of Ja'far al-Sadiq. He said, women should inherit nothing from the land, nothing from the real estate, nothing from the real estate. Okay, if the fish is from meat, why do you say it's makruh but not haram? While Allah said in the Quran that every dead meat is haram. Why did you why did you exempted the fish? Ah,
You dropped the mic, Dimashqiah. I don't know if you.
I'm sorry, Sayyid. Yeah, I did not realize that. Subhanallah, I did not realize it. I don't know how long I was off. The mic was dropped. I don't know. Okay, I'll repeat it. The title from the book Al-Kafi, the most authentic book to the Shia, Al-Kulayni, he put a title. It's not hadith. It's a title that shows the doctrine, the belief of Al-Kulayni, the author of Al-Kafi. He said, the title of the chapter is this: woman should not inherit anything, whether land or real estate, should not inherit. And he quoted Abu Ja'far. No. The issue, the topic is about whether women should be inheriting or not. It's not from the Kafi. The Kafi is not the topic. But the matter of inheritance for women is relevant. Okay? Abu Ja'far, the father of Ja'far al-Sadiq, said, women should not inherit anything from the land. Nothing. And women should not inherit anything from what her husband leaves, whether village or building or weapon or even animals. Nothing. Subhanallah. That's what they said in your book. It's in your books. It's in your books. You see? So, the answer to this verse, that yes, the daughters should be inheriting, but there's an exceptional case here. The Prophet said it, and it's authentic in your book and in our book, that prophets should not be inherited. And there's no contradiction here. It only gives exemption to the matter of the prophets. The prophets should not be inherited. That's all. And Khomeini said this hadith is authentic. Al-Majlisi said this hadith is authentic. Al-Kulayni narrated it. Al-Ruhani said it's authentic. Many of your scholars, they said this hadith is authentic, that prophets should not be inherited. Is there any contradiction here? No. There is a general rule for anyone, and there is exemption only for the prophets. The prophets only should not be inherited, but any other one should be inherited. There's no contradiction. So that gives an answer to your question. Mic is yours.
Okay, well, as for a start, there's several issues here because we are actually discussing it from the Holy Quran. But once again, you keep going to hadith, and I don't understand why do you keep going to hadith? If you want to stick to the Holy Quran, then let's stick to the.
Sorry, Said Ali. Why did you quote Fatima? Why did you quote Fatima and the land of Fadak? The land of Fadak is not in the Quran. You brought this topic. You brought the topic, not me. When I refute, when you bring something and I refute you, you come and say, why did you bring this topic? It's not our topic. I'm sorry to say, you are deceiving people here. You brought the topic of Fatima, not me. Then why do you blame me? Why do you blame me if I brought the matter of Al-Kafi? It's your books who said that. It's you first who brought the issue of Fatima. Okay? The land of Fadak is not mentioned in the Quran. Why did you bring it? I'm refuting you. Don't blame me if I refute you. Mic is yours, please. It seems, I'm sorry to say, Sayyid, you're not qualified in standing before people and discussing with them intellectually. I'm so sorry to say that. Don't blame me, please. Mic is yours. I'm sorry for reducting you, but you're repeating the same thing to have people thinking that I'm running away from a topic. You brought the topic of the land of Fadak, and I'm refuting you. Thank you very much. Sorry for red dotting you. Please remove the red dot from Sayyid Ali.
Okay. Let me clarify myself, Sheikh. Okay, when I actually posted this hadith from Fadak, I actually quite clearly explained to you the purpose of pointing out this hadith is because in the very same hadith it also mentions that Imam Ali alayhi salam did not give bay'ah, okay? And I quite clearly stated that the debate here is not on Fadl. I said this quite clearly. However, I explained to you before I was disconnected and I was unable to hear your reply. However, when I came back, I heard the ending of your reply, which I didn't know what you wanted to discuss on. Hence why I asked you, is the topic on the Imamah from the Holy Quran or on the topic of Fadl? Then you said, no, the topic's on Fadl. Then I said to you, okay, Sheikh, do you want to discuss it from the Quran or do you want to discuss it from the Hadith? And you said, we'll discuss it from the Quran. So now I posted a verse from the Holy Quran, which talks about from what is left by parents and those nearest related, there is a share for men and a share of women. Whether the property be small or large, a determined share, a determined share. Now, regardless of whether you bring a hadith to me here or not, is irrelevant because, you know, even if there's a hadith which goes against the Holy Quran, we must automatically reject it. Okay? Now, if we were sticking with the Holy Quran, you mentioned about the example of fish. You said, is dead fish haram to eat according to your fiqh? And I said, well, it's makruh. But the issue here is, Sheikh, in the Holy Quran, it talks about not eating something which is already dead. But this is referring to meat. How is fish meat? I don't understand how this is relevant. Fish is not regarded as meat. It's just a fact. It's not regarded as meat.
Is it insect?
And this verse quite clearly states that whatever parents leave, there's a share for men, there's a share for women. Now, according to your own school, you believe that the Holy Prophet was just like a man. He was like a man like us. And the Holy Quran says that he was just like a man like you. Okay? So my question to you is that if there's an exception here, there is no exception. The verse is rather clear. Parents leave inheritance for the children. Okay? So can you come back on the mic and please clarify my points I've made? Because to be honest with you, you've not really answered it. Mic is free.
It is really fascinating. It's really amazing that you say fish is not meat. I don't know if you believe it to be insect, just like mosquito. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what you consider. I mean, the whole whale is not meat. Answer me. The whale, is it meat or not? Is the whale meat, or is it just like a cockroach? Is it meat or not? Is the whale meat or not? Is the whale meat or a bee? Does it have a meat to be eaten, or it has, or it's just like a bee? Maybe we take honey from the whale. Is it meat or not? No, write to me here. Write to me. Subhanallah al-Azim. Subhanallah al-Azim. I'm asking you, is the whale meat or not? Why don't you write it? Yes or no? Just say to me, yes or no. Thank you very much. It's not meat. Okay. So brothers. Okay. لحظة شوي. لحظة. So brothers, just a second. Just a second, please. طيب. لا إله إلا الله. Hold on a second, please. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. He said that meat is not flesh. Sorry, fish is not meat. I want to hear you. Sorry. Take, mic is yours. I want to hear from you. Mic is yours.
Yeah, Sheikh, as I quite clearly stated before, if you just even do a Google search on this, fish is not considered as meat, okay? They're cold-blooded animals. However, it's not regarded as meat. They do not have a heartbeat, and they eat other fish creatures as well. So no, fish is not meat, and this can even be scientifically proven also. Yeah, so yeah, mic is yours.
Okay, I'll deal with the Quran regarding this. وهو الذي سخر البحر لتأكلوا منه لحما طريا, and he is the one who subjected to you the sea so you can eat there from a very soft meat. It's in the Quran, Surah Al-Nahl. I'm not googling, I'm searching in the Quran. I'm searching in the Quran. Allahu Akbar. Okay. Also another verse. Surah Fatir. وما يستوي البحران هذا عذب فرات سائغ شرابه وهذا ملح أجاج. The two seas are not equal. One is salty and the other one is not salty. I don't know how to translate it now. وَمِن كُلٍّ تَأْكُلُونَ لَحْمًا طَرِيًّا, and from every sea you can eat طَرِيًّا, fresh meat. How many verses now? 2 verses from the Quran. 2 verses from the Quran. Is it enough? Mic is yours now. Do you stand on that? Or you will give it up and you say, Astaghfirullah, everything opposed the Quran, I will disagree with it. Mic is yours, Sayyid.
Okay, let me make one thing clear today, okay? Can you come back and post the first verse you suggested where it stated that you're not allowed to eat anything which is dead? Can you post that verse up for us, please? And I'll come back.
I will put it after you say sorry for disagreeing with the Quran. I want you to agree with the Quran first. Is the fish meat or not? Mic is yours. Look, don't run away. If you decline from giving the answer, I gave you the mic to give an answer to this. Are you going to say sorry to Allah? Or are you going to persist on your claim that fish is not meat? Mic is yours. I'm not going to leave it. Otherwise, the debate will finish here. It's going to be over. And people will see how much you are disagreeing with the Quran. Take the mic. Answer me according to the 2 verses I brought to you. Okay? Is fish meat or not? Said Ali, take the mic. You're not red dotted. Take the mic.
Okay, well, let me explain something to you here, right? In the Holy Quran, it quite clearly states that every nafs shall taste death, okay? So Allah is also called nafs as well. Now, what we must understand is, if we claim that all nafs shall die, astaghfirullah, that also means Allah will die as well. So as for this verse he posted, it quite clearly states that yes, you are allowed to eat animals from the sea. Now, whether there was a specific word for fish being called meat at that time is a different story. I don't understand what your point here is about fish, because
Allahu Akbar.
you quite clearly stated that you are allowed to eat dead fish according to your fiqh, and I said, well, according to our fiqh, it's quite clearly makruh, and I personally would stay away from it. So if you come back on the mic and explain to me what your point is here, because how is this relevant to the concept of inheritance, which I quite clearly showed you that all children will inherit from their parents. And now you came with me with a verse which says you can eat you shouldn't eat dead animals, which there is no mention of there being exception of dead fish in the Holy Quran, and you using your own analogy to come to this conclusion. Can you show me a verse from the Holy Quran that says you're allowed to eat dead fish? Mike is free.
This is the third time I ordered him to answer the question if the fish considered to be meat or not. He ran away. Debate is over. You have been broken. Khalas. I'm not going to give you another chance. I'm not going to give you another chance. He ran away and he disagreed with the Quran. Okay? And he's dancing. He's dancing around the point. Answer my question. I'll give you a chance, another chance. Is the fish meat according to the two verses of the Quran or not? Now, let me answer. We always answer your point. You always run away and dance around the point of the circle. You always run away. We always answer questions. As for your question, every soul shall taste death. Yes, except Allah. Why? Because in another verse in the Quran, Allah said, He is the living who never die. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. La ta'khuduhu sinatun wa la nawm. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes him. There's no contradiction. The contradiction is in your mind. Look what the Quran says. وَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى الْحَيِّ الَّذِي لَا يَمُوتُ وَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِهِ. Depend on the living one who will never die. The living one who will never die. Allahu Akbar. So there's exception here in the Quran. Okay? So there is no contradiction when Allah said every soul. And Allah is a soul. As Isa said, تَعْلَمُ مَا فِي نَفْسِي. You know what's in my soul. وَلَا أَعْلَمُ مَا فِي نَفْسِكَ. And I don't know what's in your soul. That's what Allah said. Okay? Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. Wait. If the dead, how do we know if the dead fish is allowed or not? Okay? Okay? We have the Sunnah. The Sunnah also explains the Quran and confine the generalization of the Quran, can confine it, can make some special rulings of what had been generally mentioned in the Quran. And the Prophet said, أُحِلَّتْ لَنَا مَيْتَتَانِ وَدَمَانِ. Two deads are allowed for us. This is exceptional. Okay? This is exceptional. That's the first point. Look, you're contradicting yourself. When you say it's makruh, makruh means allowed. But I'm sorry to say, you have no knowledge. If you have knowledge and you respect yourself, go and learn usul fiqh, and you'll find in the books of usul fiqh that makruh is one of the things that are allowed, but not really liked. Makruh means allowed. Okay, so how did you allow it? Okay, you're contradicting yourself. You're holding in the Quran when Allah said that the dead is not allowed, and the dead fish is one of the allowed things. Okay, so stop contradicting yourself and answer my question. Don't run away. People are waiting for your question. Answer the question: is fish meat or not? Take the mic. And this time, if you don't answer the question clearly, the debate will be over. And everybody will realize clearly, will observe that you're running away from the Quran. Yalla. If you are with the Quran, as you say that Ali was always with the Quran, don't be against the Quran. Say, Astaghfirullah, now I know that fish is meat. Otherwise, you can run away, but this is being recorded. Not only audio, but video. Take the mic.
Okay, Umar ibn Khattab, you got your hand up, so I don't know if you want to respond to this or you got your hand up, so do you want the mic or? Okay, well, fine. Okay, well, let me explain something to you quite clearly here, Dimashqiah, right? Is the simple fact that I don't understand how the topic of dead fish came into the subject, okay? If I don't understand how this is relevant to this discussion. If you're saying that it's permissible, then you need to show me from the Holy Quran, which obviously you cannot. Yes, Allah might have called a fish meat. However, in those times, there was not a certain terminology to describe sea creatures. Yes, they might have been referred to as being fish. However, now, sometimes scientifically speaking, fish is not regarded as meat. It's a simple fact. And I don't understand how this is relevant to the discussion. I've quite clearly given...
Give takbir, all Muslims. Give takbir. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. He ran away. He opposed Allah. Finish. You're finished. I'm not going to stay here for 5 hours with your wasting kind of time. You're wasting my time. You ran away from that. Allahu Akbar. You're finished. I brought you 2 verses from the Quran and you say, he might. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. It had been recorded by video. Okay? Thank you very much for debating. Anyway, I respect you as a Shia, and I respect you also as a guest in this room. May Allah guide you. And I see that it is a matter of kufr to disagree with Allah after Allah described the fish to be meat. Okay? Regarding the exemption, the Sunnah can show the exemption of the Quranic rulings. It can also abrogate. It doesn't only confine or specifies some exemptions. No, it can also show the abrogation of some verses as being stated clearly by Ali in Nahj al-Balagha, page 26, where he said that Sunnah, the abrogation of the Quran can be known by the Sunnah. And I say the exemption of the rulings of the Quran can be specified by the Sunnah as well. Allah described the dead meat to be haram, but the Prophet mentioned that the fish is exempted and the fish is meat. And I'm sorry that you made the whale equal to the mosquito. You made the whale you made the whale equal to the mosquito. And he said, look, either the whale is jinn kind, or mankind, or animal kind, or insect kind, or angel kind. Take your choice. Take your choice. Subhanallah al-Azim. The debate is over. Barakallah fikum. And the man doesn't want. When you realize that the person doesn't want the truth, how can you debate with him? It's over. But it will be a lesson to the other Shia. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Don't leave. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyak Allah, our Shaykh al-Dimashqiah, in the name of the room, in the name of all of Muslims here. Thank you, my dear brother. الشكر جزيلا لك يا أخي على وقتك وعلى حضورك اليوم. والله يا أخي يعني هذا شرف لنا. This is a honor for us, my brother, and our Shaykh Dimashqiah to be with us today. And يعني barakallah fik for your time and showing the truth of this Shia. And now I declare it, the Shia have been full today. Alhamdulillah, this day was the end for the Shia. There are now in the room 43 persons, and before it there were 60 persons here. So today is a witness again is them that Alhamdulillah, Shia must not have any eye to face us again in this document, in the Islamic part. They should not have any eye to face us again. Okay? Shia, you know now that
Okay, can I please get a word if my mic is working? Okay, just you know, and Brother Umar that when I spoke to Umar Khattab, I told him that me and him will debate using just the Holy Quran. Okay? Just the Holy Quran. Why is it? Okay, listen. I want to talk. Why is it that you said the time is restricted? Before you called me kafir, majusi, we do not dot people, we will debate in your room. I respected you. I come to your room, okay? You are an Arab like me. When we come to people's rooms, it's like a house. Okay, I'm a guest here. And you're the one who's representing Islam, and I'm the one who's representing shirk and shi'ism. Okay, no, why didn't we jump to turn? Okay, I'm telling you what you guys are doing. You guys make a point. Okay, listen, I'm not finished. I'm finished. I get to one. Can I get a one now? Sorry, guys. Hello, can I please get a one? Okay. Brother, I'm not angry, okay? I'm not angry. You see, Brother Omar, you see this guy, he says, ask the 12 Imams to help you. Is this how the Muslims are? Is this how the Muslims are? Why did you take the mic off me? I was talking. And when I spoke to the Dimashqiah, the topic was, listen, I'm going to go back to the topic. I'm going to stop crying like you're saying. I'm going to go back to the topic, okay? Listen, I will go back to the topic, okay? You said that I had to bring Imama from the Holy Quran. When I brought Imama from the Holy Quran, and I didn't speak about Mazlumiyah, I said, Al-Ladina Zulimu, those people who were heard from the Holy Quran. The word Mazlum was in the verse. I did not say that the Imams were in tragedy. Okay? Now, I'm just telling you, Dimashqiah, if you want to debate me, let me know. Do you want to debate from the sources? Do you want me to debate from Shia Sunni sources? Can you tell me on the wall right now? Write down yes from sources, no from the Holy Quran. So I know what's happening, you know. What kind of a debate is this? I'll tell you with someone who doctrine and PhD and Azhar and America, you know. I'm sure there's a debate. Why are you doing this? Yes. Now let me tell you something. I gave you a verse from the Holy Quran that says, وَنُرِيدُ. Is my voice coming? Okay. I said, وَنُرِيدُ. Okay, and we want to. Now you're the one who says I am bad at Quran. You're the one who's insulting me now, telling me I am a mushrik and so on. Anyway, to me it's an insult. To you, it's not an insult. There's no problem. I am a mushrik. I'm a kafir. There's no problem. But can you tell me right now, why is it that you went through bay'ah, through shirk, through tawassul, through this also applies to Umar? I mean, if it really was to apply to Umar, we would have another discussion about this. If the khilafah applies to the family or to the companions, that's another discussion. I mean, me and you are students of Islam. We know this. Me and you are students of Islam. We know that imamah between Ali and Abu Bakr, okay, this has a different topic. Why are you bringing it here? Why are you bringing it here? Now, why did you speak about it?
Very weak.
Infallibility. We were talking about isbat al-imama min al-imama from the Holy Quran. What did you go to imam? That's another research. Why did you your topic to from what people say? If you're really someone that understands, I will leave. Okay. Tell me, what do you want to do? If you want to debate, I'm here to debate you. If you don't want to debate, I won't debate you. Okay? Why did you go from light descending? Why did you take the mic off me? I was talking, my brother. And then you said, I called you a guy. I did not call you a guy. I have the thing recorded. I can send it to you later on. I never called you a guy. Now, Umar Khattab, you jumped. The other guy jumped. You know, what's happening? Umar Khattab, you sounded very respectful before. You were, brother, I am very calm. I'm really sorry. I'm just speaking like this because my mic is not the best mic. Okay, I'm not really angry. But I'm telling you, why are you guys changing topics? Dimashqiah, why did you change the topic? Why did you go to the Shia say they believe light descends, you know, mosque and all this? Why did you do this? Why can't you answer me? You said that when the Imam when the verse comes down to the Imam has to be ruling. That's no problem. But the Arabic does not restrict. Okay, it doesn't restrict. It says when we read and we want to. Now, tomorrow or 10 years later, and we want to. You know, there's no problem. If the verse applies to we want to, it can be Dawood, Israel, Muhammad, Jesus. You know, after Muhammad, if you see the people, you said, you clearly said that I have to be verse from the Holy Book. Okay, Ali ibn Abi Talib, so on and so on. Okay, now. Do you want me to bring you verses from your book? Bobby, I was floating right now. Right? Do you want me to give you names from your books? Or do you want me to give you from the Quran? I want to understand because everybody's jumping the mic and everybody's talking. I don't get this. Okay, so I'm going to give the mic to... I have 4 minutes left. Thank you very much, Phil. I have 4 minutes left. Tell me, Brother Dimashqiah, it's between me and this doctrine, PhD, Masters, I don't know what he is from Al-Azhar University. Okay, I want him to tell me right now, do you want to debate from the Holy Quran? I will debate you from the Holy Quran. Do you want me to debate you from your books? I will debate you from your books. If you want both of them, we will debate from both books. I have no problem. But you coming here telling me I say this, I say that. I mean, come on, man. It doesn't work like that. Okay, no, I'm saying this so that these people stop coming in interfering.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. You have linked the imamah you have attached the imamah to the Quran. Okay? Our topic is about imamah and the source of our debate is from the Quran. Is that right? Okay. Firstly, since you do that, then I said the problem in the matter of imamah is not only confined to the topic of about who deserves to be the leader, but what is the qualification or the quality of the leader, of the imam. Okay? So I had to mention this. Because it's not only the real problem, who's first, who deserves first to be the imam. Okay, because in your books, as our books prove that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, and he called his sons Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman. Okay, and he gave his daughter to Umar to marry her. But since you have attached the subject of imamah to the Quran, I made myself clear. You believe that imamah is tawheed, and if a person denied it, is mushrik. And look what your scholars did. They quoted Ja'far al-Sadiq saying, first quoting the Quran, وَلَقَدْ أُوحِيَ إِلَيْكَ وَإِلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ لَإِنْ أَشْرَكْتَ لَيَحْبَطَنَّ عَمَلُكَ. The verse means it had been revealed to you and to those before you that if you commit shirk, your whole work, especially it means the good work, will be in vain, will be annulled, will be cancelled. Now look what they said. The Shia said. They said it means if you set up another imam beside the imam. لَإِنْ أَشْرَكْتَ means if you associated someone beside Allah. So the same subject, Allah, the known Allah, they made it to Ali, to the Imam. And they said the verse means if you associated any other Imam besides the Imam Ali, you will be mushrik. So it's not me who's accusing you. It is your book that accused us to be mushrik if we did not believe that Ali and the Imams of the relative of the Prophet should be the Imam, will be mushrik. Also, it continues, بَلِ اللَّهَ فَاعْبُدْ وَكُمْ مِنَ الشَّاكِرِينَ. they explain this saying, so worship Allah by the obedience and be thankful that I have supported you, Muhammad, with your son, with your brother and your cousin. You're playing games with the verses. So this is what I wanted. For example, the imamah. You believe that Allah created the whole world for the imams. But Allah said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah created not the heavens and the earth, but to be worshipped by people. This is the real reason why He created the people. This is the reason why He created the heavens and the earth. And you people saying that Allah created the whole world for the imams and He gave them authority. He authorized them in doing anything in it. And they are the owners of the land. They are the owners of the earth. That's what they said. But while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He is Rabbus, He is the owner. They made the imams the owners of the land. This is shirk. This is shirk. So this is the difference between us and you. For example, you believe that Allah created the whole universe for them, for the imams. And that is to be found in Muqaddimat al-Burhan, page 19. He said, according to the narrations that we have, the issue of imamate, leadership, is the reason of having the world existed. It's very clear. If you're talking about the Quran, look, this goes against the Quran. The Quran says, I created the jinn and the mankind and the jinn kind only for no other reason but to worship me. So, in everything you are opposing the Quran. If you want to bring, to let the topic be about the imamah, only from the Quran, okay, I'm going to listen to you. We're going to stop here now, me and you. And I'll give you the mic and bring me verses and tell me if you apply these verses for what. And are they clear enough to use them as evidence to finish my argument? Are they clear enough, or those verses need your explanation? Please, mic is yours. Let's make the debate now. The subject is the imamah, and the source of the subject will be only the Quran. I'm going to listen to you. I'm ready for that. Give me your evidences about the imamah from the Quran. That not only this, we agree that there must be a leader for people on earth. There must be a leader. Okay? But your leader is not available since 1,400 years until now. Okay? Bring me a clear-cut verse from the Quran that the family of the Prophet deserve more than anyone else to be the leaders, which is the usual disagreement between the Sunni and the Shia. Please, mic is yours. Thank you very much.
Okay, can I please get a one? Okay. Listen, I just want to point something at Dimashqiah. You told me that you were masters, okay? You told me that you were masters. We were discussing about the topic imamah from the Holy Quran. Okay, imamah. Muslim Night, Asad al-Hashimi, Umar Khattab, you're all witnesses. You, Umar Khattab, told me the topic was imamah. Why did we right now go through the reason of creation? وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. You know, why did you go through this reason of creation? Why did you go through the ghaibah? Why can't you just start off with the ending that you just ended with? This ending that you just ended with, bring me a verse from the Holy Quran, and that will take 3 minutes, then you will have 7 minutes more, okay, to actually talk. Why are you running away from the Shiah? Why did you go through the difference in all this? And you brought me more sources. You just said in this combo right now, Habibi, you just said, bring me from the Holy Quran, then you brought me sources. Why are you doing this? Okay, I'm not opposing anything, brother. Listen, Dimashqiah, let me tell you something. This debate has gone wrong. Why? Because you changed everything. And the people who are going to hear this debate will notice that when I started and I gave you I gave you points from the Holy Quran. You replied with nothing to do with it, brother. Now, brother Dimashqiah, I invite you to a private room where we will record this and no one will interfere. When you say mic, I will give you a mic. When you don't say mic, I will talk. And then, you know, just me and you, no one else. If you don't matter, if you just ask someone else and you touch book and so on and so on, can I get it done? Can I get him on? Hello? Hello? I don't know if you got like window.
Okay, let's try to enhance and improve the situation. The topic of Imamah has different drifts and branches. What do you want to talk about, Imamah? About selecting the Imam? I made myself clear to you. I told you. What do you mean? And I made myself very clear. I said to you, if you want to talk about who deserves to be the leader after the Prophet, from the Quran only, I'm ready. I gave you the mic to give me your evidences. And I said, okay, I agree with you. Let's start talking about this issue, okay? Branch A, for example, regarding the matter of Imamah, from the Quran only. I gave you the mic. I didn't give you the mic to keep crying, and keep saying to me, where do you get your, you have master degree, you have etc. etc. Stop crying about this. Stop taking people emotionally. This is emotional tactics. Stop these emotional tactics. They are nothing. They're just like balloon. Okay? Give me the evidence from the Quran. If the subject of Imamah you meant is the more deserving, who deserves to be the leader after the Prophet, I'm ready for you. You said from the Quran, I'm ready for you. You want to bring it from your books, but first it should be from your books, then from our books. Okay? You want to use that? I have no problem. My way is intellectual. Your way is emotional. That's why people are saying to you, stop crying. You're crying. Why did you say that? Why did you say, I finished you from the beginning and finished. I told you. My answer, my refutation to you was, you did not bring a clear cut. We thought that you're going to bring something very strong evidence from the Quran. You did not bring anything. You talked about that Allah wants to grant the faith, the people of Israel, those who have been tortured, He's going to be granting them to be the leaders. Okay, thank you. And He gave the leadership to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, and Ali supported them. He gave them bay'ah. So the verse doesn't suit your demand. It suits us because we have the evidence, which you cannot deny, that Abu Bakr became the leader after the Prophet, not Ali. That Umar became the leader after Abu Bakr, not Ali. That Uthman became the leader after Umar, not Ali. And now we believe that Ali deserved to be the leader after Uthman. No one should be before Ali after those three Khalifa. That's what I say. And the reality prove what I'm saying. Okay? Your books admitted that Ali was not the first Khalifa. Your books admitted that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman. That's the whole case. Okay? So I did not bring other topics before refuting you, showing the people that you have nothing. You brought nothing from the Quran. You brought ambiguous verses, just like the ambiguity that Christians bring from the Old Testament when they want to prove that Jesus is the Lord and the Savior of them. That's it. Please, mic is yours. If you have anything intellectual, okay, I'm ready for you. If you have only crying and emotional statements, please let me look for someone who's better than you, because it seems you are very young. You have a lack of experience. I'm sorry to say that. Mic is yours.
Okay, can I please get one?
نعم سمعت سمعت الله. هلا حياكم الله يا أخي معي. حياكم الله الله يبارك فيكم.
Can I please get a one now?
الحمد لله مين معي الله يحفظكم. حياكم الله حياكم الله. أنا أعتذر لك عندي مناظرة الآن فأعتذر لك ما أستطيع كلمة لكن بلغني معرفتك. الله يرضى عليك.
I thought Sister Lina is managing the time. Why is it that you Ahlul Sunnah are jumping the mic? Why aren't you letting me talk? I still have like 4 minutes left and you jump the mic and then he gets to talk and no one is respecting you, all of you supporting. And then when I speak, yes, I told you, Asad and Hashimi, I told you that I live in an industrial area. So my mic might have a problem. But that doesn't mean that you guys can jump the mic. I still have my time. I can tell you on the wall that I don't want to talk. Now listen, Dimashqiah. You have too many sponsors here, okay? And all of them want to use the mic. All of them are jumping. If you really want to debate me, I invite you all, Wallah, I will buy you a ticket. Say you're sorry. Why are you sorry? Why are you sorry now? I thought you were watching the time. I will buy you a ticket, okay? I will buy you a ticket and we will go on TV. We will go on TV and I will debate you on TV. I've done this many times and I've published many books. Many books about you guys. If you want, I will listen, I'm not running. So let Dimashqiah right now come on the mic and say one thing only. Debate from the Quran or from the books. Or Quran or books. And we stay on topic. It's not fair. We didn't get anywhere right now. These guys, you jump in the mic. Abu Zakaria wants to talk now. Faris wants to talk. Muslim Light is talking. Everybody's talking. See, Omar is also talking now. Why do you guys doing this? No, either Omar and Dina and Dimashqiah come to a private room. I come alone. I don't come with anybody. And just the Quran, I will face you all. Don't tell me Ali is not approved. Omar is before Ali. This is another research. You are someone with masters. Okay? Habib, Wallah, I will buy you a ticket to come on TV, okay? You cannot beat me, brother. You saw how I came to you from the beginning. You cannot beat me in negotiation, Dimashqiah. I'll tell you this right now. The way you're turning, you are nothing like a master's degree. Nothing at all. Now, Omar Khattab, Lina, and Muslim Light, and Dimashqiah. Okay? And
listen, maybe I agree you being rude with me, but to be rude with Sheikh Dimashqiah is not allowed yet, okay? You should be polite on this, okay? And you will say that you are not a person who coming for seeking for the truth. You're just a person to check your orders. You recorded it to check it. How about we buy ticket, I invite you? What is this kind, man? What the kind of showing that? Man, leave it for Allah. We are slaves for Allah, okay? We are nothing. We are not taking anything that was us in the grave, okay? If you're really coming for the truth, you should have patience. You have sabr, okay? And I said no one will gonna speak with you. Only Dimashqiah he will speak with you and have sabr on him, okay? Because you confused us. Everyone, I have 100 BM telling you he confusing us. You confusing people, okay? I told you calm it down and forget all of the garbage things that you're making, okay? Hey, do you have bastards? Omar is, and he is, and I am is, and they have. If you told me, Omar, you want to speak of like more time next time, I give you, just to calm it down, okay? And you have also issue. Your mic sometimes is cutting, okay? We tell you we can't hear you. Well, sometimes it's cutting you from you, and you leave it. So what's supposed we do, okay? Can you calm it down, okay? Can you calm it down now? Please forget everything, okay? Can you do it, please? Can you do it? Okay? Give me one. If you want to do it, forget everything. You want your topic discussed from Quran. Is this very clear to you? Please don't cry and say you did this and you didn't do this. Okay? Let's make it clear now. Okay? Okay? No complaining, please. Okay? Continue your time and Sheikh Dimashqiah will continue after you inshallah. So you're not crying. معلش يا أخي دمشقية يعني يعيط زي النسوان أنا ما أدري يعني ما نفعل معه. نديله المايك بتاعه إن شاء الله. مايك له.
I'm going to forget everything. I'm going to forget stuff to tell me on the wall right now what he wants to debate. Or does he want to debate with the Quran? If he wants both, I have no problem. No let them write down, does he want to go with the tafsir? Does he want to go with books? Actually, I should use some books. But I just remembered that you, okay? No problem. I will go back to the Quran. No problem. You used three sources from our books. Now let me use 3 sources from your books. Okay? You went through at least 8 topics. I have written them down. You went through 8 topics. I did not go through any topic but complain about you changing the topic. Okay? Sister Nina, they all spoke for like 15 minutes and you're telling me I have 4 minutes and 30 seconds? Okay? Now I will go with the Quran after I reply to your sources with your sources. Okay? Dimashqiah, are you ready to take your sources? Brother, I'm not angry. I'm just speaking because my mic is low. I'm sorry. I'm not angry. Okay, Dimashqiah, you used 3 sources from our books. 3 sources. And you changed 8 topics. Now, I'm just going to reply to you with 3 of your sources. You know, but then you changed. Start with the Quran first. That was my demand. Yes, but then why did you change? Now, because you changed on the sources, I'm going to give you something else. Alright, Brother Dimashqiah, you clearly stated that I should bring you one, actually no, you gave me sources, yeah? Okay, you gave me sources, whatever you guys are writing on the wall, I'm not paying attention, I'm talking to Dimashqiah right now. You gave me sources, I'm going to give you sources. You spoke about Umar and Uthman. Yes, I know he said, why are you guys running away? He said that Umar and Uthman are the Imams, okay? Now let me give you a source, okay? Let me give you a source. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Number 1, Surah Nur says, وَمَا يَنْتَقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. وَإِلَّا وحي يوحى. He doesn't speak out of his crazy قائمة حتى يكون عليكم 12 خليفة كلهم من قريش. All of them are from Quraysh. 12 Khalifa. Okay, clearly says this religion shall not be completed as a rising religion until the hour happens and the 12 Khalifas are completed and they are all from Quraysh. And this is in Kanzul Ummal, volume 11, page 135, hadith number 252. Okay? If you want more sources, this is also narrated in al-Tabari and Muslim ibn Hanbal. So tell me, your Khulafa al-Rashideen, they are 4 people. Okay? 4 people. And the Prophet says they are 12. Can you reply to this source? You gave me a source, I'm giving you a source. Is Umar ibn Khattab from Quraysh? He's not from Quraysh. His birth in Tariq al-Tabari doesn't say he's from Quraysh. Is Abu Bakr from Quraysh? His birth doesn't say from Quraysh. Okay, is Uthman from Quraysh? He's not from Quraysh. Then what does this mean that 12 people have to rise from Quraysh? Okay, and then if these people don't rise, then Islam is not completed. What does this mean? So write this down. What does this hadith mean? These 12. And if even you were to put them down with the khilaf of Imam Hassan after Imam Ali, after Uthman, after Umar, after Abu Bakr, there will not be 12. So until now, according to your sources, Islam is not completed because 12 Imams have not risen from Quraysh. But according to our faith, we have 11 Imams who have risen, rised up, and we have the 12th one who has also rise, but for reasons, which is another bahth, a bahth al-ghayba. Okay? I only learned to hadith because you gave me a hadith. Okay, now I'm talking with Dimashqiah. So this is a hadith in reply to what you're saying. Okay, this is one. Secondly, you said give me one source that these people that we're doing tawassul to are actually people who, what do you call imama. This actually expands from imama. You're the one who knows master, okay? Let me read to you one verse from what the Prophet says, he doesn't speak out of... Why did you stop me, brother? Inshallah, you didn't mean it. Okay, let me continue. I have 3 minutes left. Let me continue. Okay, if you go to Musnad Ahmed ibn Hanbal, volume 6, page 292, and if you go to Grand Islamic Authority Ibn Asakir in Tarikh Dimashq, okay, clearly says that the Prophet states, Allahumma inna ha'ula أهل بيتي وخاصتي وحامتي لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي يرضيني ما يرضيهم يحبون.
الو شريف.
غلط يا أخي.
ما
غلط يا أخي غلط.
يحبونهم. And it clearly says جمع رسول الله says this. What do you mean? What do you mean? With these people لحمي, the Prophet says my Basically, I was saying, okay, how about that now? Is it better now? It's better now. How about it now? Okay, is it better now? Hello? Yeah, I'm just saying, going to reply to him with the same thing. Okay, now, I don't know, he's going to come on and he's going to say, I didn't hear you, your mic is cutting badly. Okay, I know my mic cuts, but it doesn't cut that much. I've heard myself speak. Now, if he gives me a source, I'm going to give him a source. If he gives me a verse, I'm going to give him a verse. Now go. Dimashqiah, the mic is yours.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Due to the intellectual way of debating, you failed. Because I invited you twice and you ignored my invitation. I said to you, I'm ready for you. Take the mic and bring me evidences only from the Quran. Let's go with it. Okay? And you didn't do that. First time, you cried. Second time, you said, I'm going to do to you what you did to me. I'm going to quote from your books. And when you quoted from my books, you made it also wrong. You referred me to a book called Kanz al-Ammal. I'm sorry to say, you are miskeen. Because you don't know that Kanz al-Ammal is only an index. It's an index. It's not a book of hadith. It is not a book of hadith. It collects the hadith which have been written, to be found in Muslim, Daraqutni, Al-Nasa'i, Al-Tirmidhi, Bukhari. And he put the hadith and he put the reference. He said, go to Sahih Muslim, go to Tabarani, go to, this is index. It's not a book of hadith. What shall I do? What shall I do to people like you? Your knowledge is very shallow. I'm sorry to say that. Don't be angry with me. I don't mean to criticize you, but this is a fact. I don't know this hadith that you quoted, that they are from Lahmi. If you mean by that, he said it to Ali ibn Abi Talib that his flesh is my flesh and his blood is my blood. Yeah, this hadith, yes, I know this hadith, but it has many weak narrators. Hassan bin Hussein al-Arabi, Yahya ibn Isa al-Ramli. Those are two narrators. Okay. So I'm sorry to say to you, you ran away from the Quran. Now you yourself ran away from the Quran because twice I invited you to go to the Quran as you wanted. And I said to you, bring me a clear-cut verse from the Quran. Then you ran away to my books. Why did you do that? Since you always say, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Then I'm going to ask you the same thing. Why did you run away from the Quran? Why did you do that? Because you know that I have finished you from the beginning by saying to you, you need to bring a definite verse from the Quran, proving your point that, or finishing the disagreement between you and us. Your claim is that the family of the Prophet, the sons of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who are the sons of Ali, through Ali radiallahu anhu, they are more deserving to be the leaders. This is the disagreement. We have to know what is the disagreement between you and me. That's what you say. I say that the first one who firstly deserved to be the Khalifa, the leader, after the Prophet is Abu Bakr. And you want to prove to me from the Quran that no, it is not like that. Well, I and Ali will be your opponent. You know why? Because Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr. Because Ali gave bay'ah to Umar. Because Ali gave bay'ah to Uthman. Okay, now, I'm sure you can't say to me, bring me from the Quran that Ali gave bay'ah. No, it's from your books, okay? And also from our books. What do you want to prove? If you want to prove anything, it will be against you because you don't have a definite. If you have a definite verse, you would have brought it from the beginning. But since you knew that I have exposed you, showing people that you have nothing to prove clearly from the Quran, then you were running. You were saying to me, "I'm going to bring from your books." Anyway, so I think the debate is over. Okay, regarding bringing an evidence from the Quran, you failed. So the debate about that is over. Finished. You claim that Abu Bakr and Umar are not from Quraysh? That's not true. That's not true. Okay. Anyway, regardless of what their origin, their origin from there, Umar became Muslim when he was in Mecca, and he is well known, and he has a relationship. He has a tie in his descendants, offspring, to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That had been proven, but it's not. I don't care about it. Anyway, he was in Mecca when he became Muslim. Abu Bakr was the first one who became Muslim. Okay, Uthman became Muslim by Abu Bakr. Bilal ibn Rabah became Muslim by Abu Bakr. Regardless of what was their origin before who was their grandfather, that doesn't really interest me. Anyway, he was known to be one of the people of Mecca, and he's the first one who believed in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if Ali believed that Abu Bakr is not from Quraysh, why did he give them bay'ah? Why did he give bay'ah to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman? Why did he do that? Anyway, since you have quoted the hadith, لا يزال أمر الدين ماضيا عزيزا ما وليه 12 إماما كلهم من قريش. If you brought that, you have to know then that Abu Bakr is the first, Umar is the second, Uthman is the third, Ali is the fourth. Okay? Muawiyah, you can't deny that Muawiyah is also from Mecca. He is well known. Muawiyah is the fifth. Yazid bin Muawiyah is the sixth. Muawiyah Thani, the son of Yazid, is the 7th. Marwan ibn al-Hakam is the 8th. Abdul Malik bin Marwan is the 9th. Al-Walid bin Abdul Malik is the 10th. Sulaiman bin Abdul Malik is the 11th. Umar bin Abdul Aziz is the 12th. Now, the hadith says that Islam will be in dignity. How can Islam now be in dignity while the kuffar are ruining the Muslim world, and the so-called imam, the invisible imam of yourself, is not available to resist those tyrant countries, European and American countries? He's not available. He's on the ground. He's in the Sardab, in the cellar. What is he doing there? Doing what? How can Islam be honored and in dignity while this leader is being disappeared since 1,400 years? Since 1,400 years. How can you say Islam is in dignity? Okay? And regarding those 12 imams, you say there are 12 imams? Look, Hussein did not become imam. If you say that he's imam in Allah's perspective, that's not true. Because the imam is the one who leads. And Allah knows that Hussein will not be able to lead. So if you say that Allah consider him to be a leader, you are referring the lie fabrication to Allah. Because in reality, he did not become leader, he did not lead. Okay? So Hussein did not lead, Al-Rida did not lead, Ja'far al-Sadiq did not lead, Al-Jawad did not lead, Al-Kazim did not lead, Al-Hasan al-Askari did not lead. You claim that they were running away from the Abbasid leadership and they were persecuted during all of their lifetime. They were always persecuted. So how can you claim that they are leaders? The hadith you brought makes it clear, states that Islam will be in dignity, in high, honored. Is this dignity? They were always using taqiyya, running away, they're persecuted, they failed to be the imam. And the last one of them, number 12, was hiding, fearing, he had Abbasi phobia, Abbasid phobia. He's still hiding away from them, thinking that they're still available until now. What is the reason? I mean, we have today the Iranian leadership, Iraqi Shiite leadership. In Lebanon, there's Hezbollah. Syria is a tail for Iran. There are 4 countries now, 4 governments ready to welcome this Mahdi. But until now, he did not go up. I don't know why doesn't he show up. Okay? So I wonder, what are you trying to bring? You want us to follow an invisible? Look, the Imam of the Christians doesn't hide himself. He always show up. If he's afraid of people, if the Mahdi is afraid of people, he won't be afraid of Barack Obama, for example. If he wants to have a meeting with him, can Obama have a meeting with him? Can Ban Ki-moon have a meeting with him? Where are the ministers of this Mahdi? Do they come down to him to the cellar if they want to make a meeting with him? If they should be a government meeting between those so-called ministers of the Mahdi, do they go down to him or he goes up to them? I wonder, these allegations are, in matter of fact, witchcraft. It's a matter of ridicule to the Christians and the Jews against us. Every nation has a leader who does not lead from underground. No, not from bedroom. No. But he has a special place where the ministers can meet with him, where the other leaders of other countries can have a meeting with him. This, in a matter of fact, it's nonsense. It's a ridicule. It's a funny thing to say to the non-Muslims, you must follow our Imam. You have no excuse to reject our Imam. Okay, where's your Imam? He's underground. He's hiding. What are you trying to prove? You have nothing to prove. Take the mic. Mic is yours.
Okay, I apologize if I jumped there. In all fairness, I was red dotted the moment I came into the room, just because I made a comment which others might have found offensive. Yet, if you were to go through some of the wall posts in this room, there's some clear, direct insults that have been made to other brothers and sisters who've come into the room. Yet, you know, it's okay for members in this room to insult people from other schools. Yet, when somebody says something in this room, they get red dotted or they get booed out. But anyway, coming back to the very start of the discussion, I think it's important to highlight one thing, Brother Dimashqi, is that the topic was initially on the topic of the Quran. However, you yourself came into various other topics. You even went into the topic of the marriage of Kulthum with Umar ibn Khattab, which was not even relevant to the discussion. So my question to you, Brother Dimashqi, is that you want us to prove imama from the Holy Quran. I want you to prove the concept of the Sahaba from the Holy Quran, the belief of the Sahaba in the Holy Quran. The mic is free. Inshallah, if we can just keep it between us two. I know other people have got their hands up. So I want you to prove to me now that if I don't believe in Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, that I'm a kafir. Yeah, can you come on the mic and prove this to me, inshallah? Mic is free.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. No, I can prove to you from the Quran that the matter of any matter between the Muslims, the believers, between them is a matter of shura. Is a matter of shura. We don't prove to you that you are kafir if you merely disbelieved in Abu Bakr. But you may be an opponent to Ali if you knew from your own book that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr, and you still argue about that as if we are today in a matter of, as if we have political elections. Who deserves to be the leader? Come on. People went to the moon, and we're still arguing about who's more deserving to be the leader. Come on. Ali radiallahu anhu, khalas, gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, and we both nations, we the Muslims and you the Shia, we agreed that Ali gave bay'ah. Finish. No, I'm not going to call you kafir, despite you call us kafir. You said in your books that munkir al-nubuwa, munkir, that the munkir of one of the imams is kafir, and denying one of the imams is equal of denying the prophethood of Muhammad and even denying the lordship of Allah. That's what you said. And I was discussing with the Shia about that. That's what they believed, that the one who denied the imamah of one of those 12 imams is equal to the denial of the prophethood of Muhammad and denying all the prophets and even denying the lordship of Allah. Okay? And that's what Majlisi emphasized. He said the denier of the leadership of Ali is as the idol worshipper, Abid Wathan. He said it in Bihar al-Anwar, volume 27, page 181. And he said also in Mir'at al-Uqul, second volume, page 311, he said, whoever denies one of the imams, it will be worthless in him believing in all the prophets. That means if he believed in all the prophets but denied one of the imams, it's equal of denying all the prophets. Come on. And also Khomeini said in his book Al-Arba'una Hadithan, he said the imamah of Ahlul Bayt is a condition of accepting all the actions of people in Allah's perspective. No, not only this, but it is shirk. It is shirk in believing in Allah. That means if you believe in Allah and you deny one of the imams, you are falling in shirk. That's what Khomeini said in his book Al-Arba'una Hadithan, page 512. And also Majlisi said that Abu Bakr and Umar, those two are kafirs, and everyone believes that they did deserve to be the leaders are kafir like them. That's what you said. Okay? So I'm not the person who, I did not say that you're kafir if you don't believe in believe in Abu Bakr. And I said to your fellow may Allah guide him and us as well. I said to him, take the mic and let the topic be about the Quran. You're taking the topic to blame me. Why did you bring the topic? Why did you bring this topic? Why didn't I finished? I finished, you fellow, from the beginning. I'm repeating myself. I think it's useless. Talking to you today is useless. I made my point many times. You brought ambiguous verses, not enough to be the criterion for our debate with you. Bring something clear cut, very strong evidence, just like that. Bring an evidence about the family of the Prophet being more deserving to be the leaders, to be the Imam, to be the Khalifa from the Quran. This is what he came for, and he failed to prove it. And you also, in a very smart way, you're trying to divert people's attention to other things. You want to tell people, look, he changed up. No, I finished, your friend, from the beginning. And I ordered him to bring more clear evidences. Does he have evidences or not? Let him now take the mic and bring evidences from the Quran to prove clearly, not ambiguously, clearly, okay, as they say, concrete evidence that the family of the Prophet deserve more than anyone else to be the leaders. I'm offering you the chance, and you're running away. Take the mic. The last chance for Brother Tawhidi to bring concrete evidence from the Quran, proving that the family of the Prophet are more deserving to be the Imams. Otherwise, I think this debate is over, and it had been terminated by your failure. Take the mic. Prove your point from the Quran. Yalla, I'm waiting.
Dimashqi, I don't think if you've realized or not, but the respected brother actually left about 5 minutes ago. He's got bad connection, and he was unable to log back on, but I'm sure
okay, you do it.
Inshallah be back at some point. Now, you've raised several issues here, okay? The first point is that according to your Qida, anybody who rejects the Khulafa Rashidin, you regard as being non-Muslim. Hence why I asked you a simple question. Can you prove to me from the Holy Quran that anybody who rejects the Khilafat of Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman as a kafir? You were unable to do that, okay? You also mentioned that there were other people, you also mentioned that Abu Bakr, Imam Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr. Well, let me correct you there, my friend. Imam Ali did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr. Now, inshallah, I will prove this to you from your own books, okay? Well, let me name you some other companions. Khalid bin Sa'id, okay? Yaqubi, a 9th century, so if I come back to these traditions, inshallah, where Imam Ali alayhi salam himself did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr, and then inshallah we will see what you would have to say about this, okay? The first hadith I would like to post, I will post a link in the wall, so inshallah everyone can benefit from this. Okay, so this is the first hadith I'd like to present as my proof. This is taken from Sayyid Bukhari, okay? So if we can go down to hadith number 546, inshallah, which I will post in the wall. Okay, so this is the link, okay? This is volume 5, book number 59, hadith number 546, okay? Narrated Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet. Fatima, daughter of the Prophet, sent someone to Abu Bakr, okay, when he was a Khalifa, asking for his inheritance for what Allah the Prophet had left out of the property bestowed on him by Allah from the faith in Medina and Fadak, and what remained of the khums of Khaybar booty. On that, Abu Bakr said, Allah the Prophet said, our property is not inherited. Whatever we leave is sadaqah, but the family of the Prophet can eat of this property. But Allah has not make any changes in the state of sadaqah of Allah the Apostle, and we will leave it as it was during the lifetime of Allah the Apostle. We will dispose of it. We will dispose of it as Allah the Apostle used to do so. So Abu Bakr refused to give anything to Fatima. Okay. Now my question here is, I've got a couple of questions now. Firstly, I'm not discussing Fadak here, so in no way I would make that rather clear that my topic is not on Fadak, okay? My topic is on the concept of the Imamate and the claims which you have made, okay? Now what's interesting is this hadith, which further continues to state rather clearly, she remained alive for 6 months after the death of the Prophet. And when she died, her husband Ali buried her at night without informing Abu Bakr. And he said the funeral prayers by himself. When Fatima was alive, the people used to respect Ali so much after his death. Ali noticed a change in the people's attitude towards him. So Ali sought reconciliation, okay? Reconciliation with Abu Bakr, okay? And gave him oath of allegiance, okay? Well, according to your books, Ali had not given oath of allegiance during these months, i.e. the 6 months between the time of Abu Bakr's Khilafat and when Sayyidah Fatima passed away. Now my question to you, Dimashqi, is if you want to come with the mic, can you tell me why Imam Ali Islam did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr for at least 6 months? Anyway, mic is free, and inshallah we will discuss this concept of bay'ah which you're claiming about. And also another point, Dimashqi, not only did you fail to prove that belief of the companions does not make you a kafir, which according to Sunnis, anybody who rejects the Khulafa Rashidin, they become apostates. What would be the position of Imam Ali who did not accept the bay'ah for 6 months? Anyway, the mic is free, Dimashqi, you can come with the mic.
He falsely claimed that I said whoever does not accept Abu Bakr is kafir. And now he's saying, how can he prove this? I wonder, subhanallah. Despite I made it clear, you lied, you made a lie. I'm sorry to say that, you made a lie. And I'm recording everything, not only audio, but video this time. You lied to me, and you said that I said it while I did not say it. Okay? And people here are saying to you, yes, you made a lie. Maybe you have mistaken. I'll forgive you. Okay? And now he's saying, not you. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? It's not my... Look, take from me words and then you condemn me. Okay? You bring me to judgment by what I say. Okay? And even the Sunnis don't say that. Subhanallah. That's number one. Number two, you brought the issue of Fatima. Why? Why? I gave you the mic to bring concrete evidence from the Quran. For the 4th time, you failed. Forget it. Now you brought the topic of Fatima, that she sought the land of Fadak from Abu Bakr, and Abu Bakr said that the prophets do not leave behind them any lively properties. What they leave is sadaqah for the Muslims, because the Prophet said that we should not be inherited, because the real inheritors of the prophets are the scholars. Because the prophets leave neither wealth nor property, but they leave ilm. Okay. Now, there is a close hadith to this, which confirms to this hadith you brought from us, from Al-Kafi, corrected or believed to be authentic by Al-Majlisi, in Mir'at al-Uqul, 2nd volume, page 1. He said it's Hasan. Hasan means authentic. It's correct hadith. The same thing, that the prophets leave nothing as property to be inherited, but they leave behind them ilm, knowledge to be inherited. Okay? That's what the Prophet said in our books, and that's what you quoted in your books, and Al-Majlisi said it's correct. So now, if it's correct, and we agreed on that, why did Fatima come to seek something which is not allowed for her? You say that no knowledge can be hidden from her. She knows everything. Didn't she know about the hadith that we both agreed it's authentic? Didn't she know that it's authentic and the Prophet said it? And Khomeini in Hukum al-Islamiyya, he said this hadith is authentic. He wanted to prove wilayatul faqih by this hadith, and he said it is authentic. So you'll be putting Fatima in trouble. Now you are putting Fatima in trouble when you say that she was angry with him, etc., etc., etc. What Abu Bakr did to her is confirmed by us and you that it is right, because the Prophet said it. The Prophet said no prophet should be inherited by property or wealth, but he leaves knowledge. Whoever took from that knowledge, from this heritage, okay, he's the most lucky one. So now you're putting Fatima in trouble. either Fatima knew this hadith, which is authentic in our perspective and your perspective, or she did not know it. If she did not know it, goodbye Asma, infallibility, goodbye infallibility. She was ignorant about this hadith. If she knew about this hadith, you put her in worse trouble, that she was seeking lively property, which she knows it's not allowed for her. Which she knows it's not allowed for her. You're putting her in worse trouble. Our attitude to Fatima is better. We say, may Allah bless her, she did not know the hadith Abu Bakr reminded her about. And she did not argue. The hadith we have is that she did not talk to him. There's another hadith, narrated authentically, that she promised not to talk to him about this issue. About this issue. Now, you said to me, why Ali did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr except for 6 months, after 6 months? I say, if you were reluctant to do something at the beginning time, then at the same time, finally you decided to do it, so the second should be believed to be better than the first. Now we say again, goodbye Asma, infallibility. Why? Because if Ali found that his first attitude was the correct, then why did he do the opposite? Why did he do the opposite? Why at the second time, after 6 months, he gave bay'ah? Now, that's the first answer. The other answer is that no, according to our sources, narrated in Sunan al-Bayhaqi and al-Mustadrak, authentically, that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr after the death of the Prophet within 1 day and 2 days. But Ali was so much engaged with the sickness of Fatima. She was sick and ill, radiallahu anha. The illness of Fatima. And people thought that he was boycotting Abu Bakr and Umar. After her death, radiallahu anha, he went to Abu Bakr and he gave another bay'ah to confirm to people what they were disputing about, whether he gave bay'ah or not. He gave another one. Okay, so let's put it this way. Suppose you are a student in a class, in a school, and your teacher said to you, why didn't you bring the homework? But you came back after 6 months giving the teacher the homework. Well, that will be considered a laziness. Okay? If Ali knew that Abu Bakr deserved to be the Khalifa, why didn't he give it bay'ah from the beginning? Not after 6 months. This is an answer. This is not a real answer to you. The real answer is that Ali gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr after 1 or 2 days after the Prophet's death. And it's authentically narrated in Mustadrak al-Hakim and Sunan al-Bayhaqi. So you cannot disprove me on that. Now, who said that he didn't give bay'ah except after 6 months? There is an intervening here. There was an addition, which we call it, I'm trying to remember, subhanAllah, mudraj. Idraj means something, a commentary that the narrator from Aisha gave, which is Ibn Shihab al-Zuhri. Al-Zuhri is the narrator of the narration of Aisha. And he is the one, as Ibn Hajar confirmed it, and many other scholars, that this commentary is not what Aisha said. It is mudraj, something to be added by the narrator himself. It's the commentary of the narrator, which is Ibn Shihab al-Zuhri. Now let's, for example, for the sake of argument, say that this is Aisha who said it. No problem. The other hadith of Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, narrated in al-Mustadrak and Sunan al-Bayhaqi, prove that Ali gave bay'ah after 1 or 2 days. Let's say that this was not known to Aisha. Aisha is trustworthy, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri is trustworthy. But if a trustworthy person denied something, it is confined to his knowledge. But you cannot deny the confirmation of someone else who is also trustworthy. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri is trustworthy. So for example, if I did not know something, and I said, no, nothing happened, but another trustworthy person said, no, it happened. Who you should believe? You should believe the one who denied, No, should not ignore the other trustworthy. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri is another trustworthy who confirmed what Aisha maybe she lacked to know. Okay? So if Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrated it and it's authentic, we will be taking both. We will be taking both. That Ali gave bay'ah right after 1 or 2 days after the Prophet's death, and he gave another bay'ah according to what Aisha narrated, if that was Aisha who said it. Thank you very much. Mike is yours now to refute me. Oh, sorry. I forgot the mic. Okay. Mr. Sayyid Ali said that he had been dotted. Why did he dot him? Please, in this room, if you believe that this is my room, okay, nobody should be giving any comment. Nobody should be giving any comment. No one should be red dotting the Shia person, please. Okay, I want a word of confirmation. I want a word of confirmation from the admin in this room to confirm to me whether he was red dotted or not. Mike is yours.
Okay, I'm not red dotted at the moment. I just seen other hands are up, and I don't know if they want to participate in the discussion or not.
SubhanAllah.
So
Liar.
I think at this point, okay, well, we've got several people here who want to obviously participate in the discussion. So by all means, if you do want to participate regarding this, then that is fine. I see the objection you've raised is regarding Zuhri, and you are stating that he exerted his opinion there. Now, my question to you is, if this is Zuhri's opinion, can you prove this from the actual text, which part is opinion and which part is not opinion? Point number one. And if you're saying that this is Zuhri's opinion, my second question to you now is, why did Imam Bukhari include traditions based on opinions? Okay, so we can quite easily say the whole book of Bukhari is based on opinions. The same way that you're saying that this text is based on opinion, I can quite easily use the same tactic and say, well, according to this tradition, he gave bay'ah after 6 months, which is completely false. I'm just going to take this call, and I'll be listening to your reply, inshallah. Mike is free.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Can I be heard very quickly? I just wanted to add something very, very quickly. There's a notion that Ali radiallahu anhu did not give bay'ah to Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. This is false. And we know this even from the Shia text, which is very problematic for the Shias who want to make that. And I'm going to prove to you basically from the text. If you go to the Sharh of Nahj al-Balagha by Ibn Abi al-Hadith, you can see it narrated here. It is Ali said to Zubair, although that angry momentarily at the time of the consultation, the paper, we can see now that Abu Bakr was the most deserving of the caliphate. He was the companion of the Messenger of Allah in the cave, and we know of his life, and we know that the Messenger of Allah had ordered him to lead the prayers. And then he, Ali, gave bay'ah to Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu. And this is in the Sharh of Nahj al-Balagha.